So today you joined me on eFootball PES 2021, the last ever PES game, and it was a season update. So technically this is PES 2020 version 2, but today we're going to be playing Konami's last PES game. We're going to see if it's better than eFootball, which I think it is, and some might even say that the PES gameplay is still better than FIFA's gameplay. Obviously both games are a little bit different. Some prefer the FIFA style, some prefer the PES style. Today we're going to put PES 21 through its paces once again. It's been over a year since I played it, and we're going to see what it's like. Menu design, very simple layout. Obviously, I prefer this over the eFootball menus. The colors and that are much better here. You've got your kickoff, you've got your stats, settings, become a legend, which is like player career mode. Master League, of course, is a historical feature at the moment. Maybe next year is the year we will see a Master League in eFootball. They need to bring something to the game because offline players do not enjoy it at the moment. My Club is the online portion of PES, which you can't do anymore. So unfortunately for today's game, we don't have any option files installed. I sort of got rid of them since, PES doesn't exist anymore. But with the option files, you could turn these into proper teams, proper kits and all that. I remember downloading them and throwing them into the game through the PlayStation. Xbox people couldn't enjoy that. But at the moment, you can see that there's not many licenses in normal PES, besides maybe Serie A teams and stuff. But with the option files, you could sort of fix that all up. So you can see there, the Spanish League doesn't look too good. Now, a cool thing with this game was that it had the Euro 2020s. That was an official tournament, and the AFC one as well is official. The rest here, like the Champions League and the Europa League, are fake, so don't worry about that stuff. We're going to take a look at the training mode because from what I can remember, the training mode was better than FIFA's. So you can be the attacking or defensive side. You can do free training, free kicks, penalty kicks, left corner kicks, right corner kicks. You can even customize how many players are on each team. So you can do 11 versus 5 or 2v2. You can adjust the difficulty as well, the fouls on or off, and do the rules there. You can even play in a proper stadium for training mode as well, which is very, very nice. And basically with the free kicks, you move the ball around where you want them, and then you take them against a proper wall as well. EA, pay attention. No dummies here. These are proper walls inside a nice stadium as well, the Juve ground. If you don't want to do your free kicks anymore, you can go to penalty kicks. You can even practice your corner kicks. In FIFA 23, I have not scored one corner yet, so you do need a practice mode for the corners. EA doesn't give you that. This one you can. So, if Konami can do it, why doesn't EA do it as well? It's a football game. You need to train in football, and the training center in FIFA has deteriorated so badly. Now, another cool thing is the practice matches. So you can do 11v5, 11 versus 11, test out different players, formations and stuff. And by the way, this game looks better than eFootball for sure. Even the grass looks better, the graphics as well. But yeah, you can just pump it around, change the difficulty, do some practice matches. Imagine this in Master League and career mode. Just pump it around, do some training, practice your free kicks, your penalties, your corner kicks as well. Why can't we do this in a football game? It doesn't make sense. We're in 2023. Let's move on to some Master League very, very quickly. And this Master League had a few cutscenes and stuff. You could use legend managers and also real managers like Guardiola and stuff. PES did this feature first. And also, you can use legend ones like Maradona, Romario, Zico, Roberto Carlos. You can't really do that in FIFA career mode at the moment. There's a few generic guys as well. But yeah, for the most part, it was a pretty good feature, but we did lose the ability to create a manager, so we sort of lost that. You can see the opening cinematics there, and it's better than career mode as well. Look at this. You get to walk around the ground, talk with the Phil Collins lookalike, and just shake a few hands, talk to Bruno Fernandes, Cavani as well. Can't do that in FIFA. What do we get in career mode? I think it's just that thing where the guy holds a jersey up. This one, you're actually having coffees. You're drinking coffee with De Gea, and you're just having a chat. What are your plans for the future? What's your favourite colour? That kind of stuff. And then you go to the training ground with your coffee in your hand. Still, I don't know how many coffees he's had. But surely, his blood pressure is going to be through the roof soon. You get season objectives where you can set your goals. I'd like to discuss the season objectives. So you can skip all that. How about we aim to win the league? We should aim to make it into the Champions League. I agree. You can do whatever you want there. There's really no consequences though. You just set the objective. If you do it, you do it. If you don't, doesn't really matter. You get to meet the press as well. So this is your first press conference that you do as a manager. And this is all on the opening day as well. In career mode, you really don't have an opening day like this, do you? Congratulations on your appointment. You're quite the journeyman. Do you consider your current appointment the crowning moment of your career? It's a fresh start. It's the greatest moment of my life. It's a career highlight. Yeah, there's really no punishment for whatever you pick. It doesn't affect morale or chemistry, anything like that, I don't think so. Basically, you're doing them, but it doesn't really do anything, What style of football do you want to play this season? I want to see clean football. I want to put on a show. I I want to see the boys play hard. I want to put on a show. Here's the menus for Master League. Obviously a little bit different to EA's offering, but it does the job, I guess. Konami's menus have never been fantastic. There's system stuff where you save stuff. There's databases as well. You can check your club ranking. We've done videos about Konami's Master League and what it does better than Career Mode, so I'm not going to go into too much detail today. We've got some more cutscenes, Preseason Chapter 1. Could I make a suggestion? Allowing Greenwood to play in this competition will help achieve some of his potential. Oh man, Greenwood, that's not the right suggestion, buddy. So this one is a very cool cutscene. I remember this one. You've got the jersey, Ronaldo coming in to the press room, signing the papers. EA does offer some sort of cutscenes when you sign big players as well now, but PES did it first, and you can see there Ronaldo signing the papers. I do like PES's versions of the cutscenes as well. They're pretty cool, and they shake hands with the manager. You know, this is realistic as well. You know, they go into the room, they sign the papers, and they pose for the photos. Ronaldo sending a message to the fans, see you at the stadium. That's basically what he has to say. So this one's another cool cutscene. I've signed Neymar to the club, and you've got this cutscene where he's at the training ground. And yeah, I mean, EA could do something like this as well. You can see him shaking hands with Giggs. Pretty cool stuff, I guess. Bit of variety is always nice. Posing for photos as well. There we go. He sends a message to the fans. Thank you to the supporters for welcoming me, and see you at the stadium. So they all say see you at the stadium. So this is a cool cutscene as well. Messi wins Europe Best Player Award. You don't even get the European Best Player Award in Career Mode, so that's pretty nice to see. So we've got a Champions League game, and before that game you actually get a cool cutscene of your manager and a player in the press room. You've landed in what is widely considered the toughest group. What are your thoughts on your all-important first match? How important is the first match in the group of death? What is group death? Konami, what is group death? Anyway, we're going to win. It's just one match. We're going to win. That's it. In a competitive group, grabbing 3 wins first is usually key. Alright, so it's United versus Marseille. At least they're officially licensed in this game. We're playing at Old Trafford. And basically we've got Ronaldo and also Neymar on the field today. Beautiful Old Trafford. Look at that. I swear the graphics look better on this game than eFootball. It just looks so much better. And I remember the new camp. That looked fantastic. And you've got the tunnel cutscenes as well. Player faces don't look too bad for some players. I think this game looks better than eFootball. And yeah, I mean, what a downgrade we've got from PES 21 to eFootball. Big downgrade, and man, imagine if PES 22 actually came out. It would have been amazing on next gen as well, with the Unreal Engine and stuff. Instead, we got a complete disaster. We have to wait another year for proper Master League, if we even get Master League. I know why Konami did it, because they make a bucket load of money through the mobile side of things. Console versions probably were not making them as much money. But man, it's just sad to see the decline of PES, the disappearance of PES actually, the discontinuation of it. Some people like FIFA, some people like PES gameplay better. It just depends what you like, if you like the arcade approach or the sim approach. PES gives you more of that slower gameplay, more sim-like, and even the mods on PC, what they've done with this game is incredible. So much more stuff to do on the PC version of this game. They've tweaked everything. Basically, they've created a whole sort of new game out of this game through the mods. And you can't do that on console, obviously. So we're very limited here. But still, it's a nice game if you've got it to pick up and play. It still plays like a proper football game should, you know. It's got a decent game speed. Some animations are decent. Some are a little bit dodgy at times. But for the most part, it's much better than eFootball at the moment. There's some animations that have that half-a-second delay. But it still lets you like ping it around and players move around and stuff. It's still a very, very good football game to play. If you're looking to move away from that FIFA feel, then PES obviously has some of the best gameplay still. This is what eFootball should have been like when it first came out. Pogba's going to have a hit from distance, and that's not a good shot. But yeah, man, this is still some of the best gameplay. It's probably still considered one of the best football games that you could play that came out over the last couple of years. You know, it still holds up pretty well. It's only about 2 years old now anyway, but still holds up well. And I guess the gameplay is from PES 2020 as well, because this is sort of a clone from that. But it still lets you ping it around. It's got a nice game speed as well. It's not too quick, but it does sort of feel quick at the same time, you know? It's just right. Gives you time to think on the ball, but it's not too slow where it's boring. We've got some runners in the middle. Bruno Fernandes with the header. Going towards goal, it's not going in. I remember when Konami teased PES 2022, everyone thought it was going to be the best football game ever made by that little Messi teaser, and then they went in a whole different direction. I don't think they planned to do eFootball until very late. I think they decided to just change direction. But imagine if PES 22 came out, I think it would have been a good game. Obviously, money talks, microtransactions talk, and mobile games are definitely popular around the world here. So it's a big financial decision from Konami to drop the PES name. Unfortunately, we're left with a game where offline there's nothing to do in eFootball. Absolutely nothing. We have to wait for a potential Master League to come out, and that's if we even get all the available teams like we did before in PES games. It's a bit of a downgrade, man, these days, but man, if you can get a copy of PES 21, or if you've got it on your console still, even PES 20 sort of plays the same as this, you can have a lot of fun. It's still very, very nice gameplay, and we finish with a 0-0 draw here. We're going to play one more game, Real Madrid versus Man United, and I have to do it because that first game wasn't enough. I need that PES feel once again. I really enjoyed that gameplay, and it was a bit of a quick game, so I want to do one more game for this video. Obviously, Real Madrid are unlicensed here. I don't have the option files anymore, but if I had an option file, they would be properly licensed. But there's no official stadium, so you do lose the stadiums. I'm sure on PC you can model that stuff anyway, but on a PS5 there's not much you can do. So let's talk about eFootball and Master League. They did say that 2023 would be the year where a Master League comes out. At the moment, I just can't trust Konami that much with their words. That's the problem. Are they even going to do it? Who knows? They could be just promising stuff that won't ever even happen. But it would be nice to have another sort of Master League again, because FIFA Crew Mode gets a little bit boring as well. It'd be nice to have a different approach, and especially with that PES sort of gameplay, which would be nice. And let's play it across here. Pogba. Going to chip the keeper maybe. It's not bad, but not good either. It is fun to come back and play this game though. It's been a long time since I played this. I think since they had the Euro DLC last year. It's been a long time, over a year. And man, I think I'm falling in love with that PES sort of gameplay again. Much better than the eFootball stuff. And also, you know, when you compare it to FIFA, two different approaches, but I sort of like this PES gameplay as well. It's nice and slower, gives you time to think. The animations are pretty good for the most part. There's a few dodgy things here and there, but that's expected. EA's not perfect as well. But yeah, I do love the feel of this, the weight of the ball. It just brings back the memories of the days of playing PES, PES 21, PES 20, PES 18, PES 17 as well. So let's see what Benzema does here. We cut it out. Yeah, the game speed's pretty fine. McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, Pogba. You can pass it around. Dribbling's pretty nice as well. Neymar plays it up to Luke Shaw. Going to play it in the middle. Ronaldo lays it off to Neymar, who has a hit. And that's going into the grandstand. We've played 1.5 games already and still no goals in either of these games. It's not that easy to do. We're not playing on like very easy difficulties, but hopefully we can have a chance of scoring a proper goal here. Would be nice. Here's Fernandes, lays it off. And we're going to go for the cross. And it goes all the way back. The worst cross I've seen all day today. McTominay picks it up again. Rashford. Lays it off there. Wan-Bissaka. Play it back. Here's Rashford again. He's a bit slow. Yeah, some animations a little bit slow. Some players are a bit slow as well. You do get caught. Play it back in the middle. Here's McTominay. We're going to switch it. Nice pass. I love the lofted balls. They're my favourite types of passes to do in the game. I just love the motion of the ball, the pace of the ball movement as well, the weight of the ball. I do think PES 21 definitely holds up. Here we go. I've just got to concentrate here. Rashford with the hit. I mean, I would take a PES 23 season update once again. I'd probably play that, but that's never going to happen anyway. There's only 1 minute left. Unfortunately, no real goals today. It is what it is. But yeah, it's nice to come back and relive the PES memories again.